Hi. Hello everyone, Dr. Died from Figo Trader. It's been a while, so we want to do this live chat to get everyone speed on what's happening. So we will be sharing our screen quite all right. So let's just get started. All right, so what we have now is volatility 5. So hi, just we give everyone time to join in and see what's happening. So this will help everyone settle in real quick. All right. So we just wait for everybody to settle in real quick. Okay. So great. So since we have everyone on board, we'll just get right started. We get started. If you can hear me and you can see my screen, just say one, type one of the chat box, 1, 2, 3, something like that, like a number to tell me that you are here on board. So if you're all connected, say one, just type one of the chat box. I'll see that you can hear me. Great. So what we have with me here is volatility 25 as the common one of the commonest after we have after the 75. So for 25, basically, one of the reasons I want to analyze this is because we've got like mixed options, like mixed of what's happening in 5. So I'm basically here to demystify these things to make sure we have good record for what we're doing on V um, 25. Right. So that said, let's get started. So just to check in, you can hear me. Just type say hello or something. Yeah, hello something. Hello. Great. You can use the chat box to say hello. All right. Great. 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 So back. So now on V25. Now, the actual truth that people do not know is that V25 is in a mixed state. It's in a balance between uptrend and downtrend. Now, we can't see what's happening here. Let me show you what's happening. We can't see whether something is coming from here. We could not see, we can't see all this information. All we saw was this one. So we only have a reference point, which is here. So that is the only reference point. So now it's just left you to be imaginative and say, okay, what could have happened? Why is price like, what could have led to this extent of price, display? I mean, that's basically one way to see it. Or you could use like your MT5. Maybe they are better, they are more information on MT5 compared to what you have here on Deriv on the TradingView platform. Sorry. Okay, so let's get this off the way. So since that's all we have, V5, we don't have much. So I'll just do select, draw this rectangle. Sorry. Just draw this. I'll make this a zone. Yeah. I'll make this a zone. Preferably a selling zone because that's the only thing we saw after which price kept on going. So I'll make it red. Yeah. So you have to be creative at this point. Basically, what you're doing, you're trying to be more creative. Very important. You have to be smart. There's nothing else. You just have to be creative. So at this point, we expect that price will continue to sell. So that's what happened here. Beautiful. Now, and then you want to draw your trend line because technically, or let's finish it. Let's finish. So we got price kept on selling. So we got to this point. Let's duplicate. Let's get another. So price kept selling. So we got to this point. And guess what price did at this point? Price started buying. So we have to be creative. We have to know that this becomes the green. It has to be the green. Of course, that's the only thing it's got to do. It's got to become green because we don't know what's happening. We're just forming our picture from scratch. Yeah. Now we've got our upper boundary and lower boundary. Beautiful. Now, what could have happened if this is our upper boundary and this is our lower boundary? So price did come here and decided to go this way before coming. So that means this was like a support. So what do we do here? What could have been the scenario? The scenario could have been that possibly price was making like a lower low and coming down from up. Then it hit this place and it's decided to make another lower low and it wants to go down. That's the scenario one. So picture number one would be that price has been forming lower lows. So let me show you. This could be a scenario. Price was doing this. It did this, then went up like this, and wants to do this, and possibly wants to keep on going down or make equal bottom. So this is a scenario, one scenario. Yes. Another scenario could be that price is technically done with what it's doing. Possibly it was just this move and wants to just go up. So the only thing we can do is work with what we have, and what we have is just to draw a trend line showing what price has done. So clearly, I see the price had this high. This is, so I use this one as a reference point. This should be another reference point. If I were to draw my trend line, this would have been how the trend line would have been, and then this would have been like an overshoot or fake out of price attempting to break and then got rejected. So if price got rejected, guess what we do next? What do? You draw, you gotta be smart. Now, mind you, very important. The essence of drawing this trend line is to connect all points where price kept on making lower lows. Yeah. So I'll say price made lower low here. So this is the movement. Just watch. Price is this one, came here, did this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So this is actually what price did. So if I were to connect the most immediate trend, this will be my connection. You see here, I would say connect from here. Okay. So that is our immediate connection. Price made lower low. So since this is this, we assume that there was a breakout here. Now, the breakouts got to this point and came back to retest here and went up and came back here. So there is like a support region here. Makes more sense? Makes more sense. So this point we have to draw a neutral support line, which is very important. This one here, a very important region we have to draw. So this becomes a neutral support. We have like a support line. So color it may be gray because it's neutral. It doesn't show me what is happening. Maybe it's a buy zone, who knows? But because it's not entirely the ultimate, there's been like up and down. So I'll just not color it entire. I'll just make it like a neutral support, just neutral support. That'll be like gray color. Okay, so this is what we've agreed upon. And now, but because we've seen that price started doing this, we felt price broke out and started forming like a higher high. So this is what price did. And this time it did this, then did this. So for us, this is what price has done. Reason why we're not connecting this guy here is because these formed a lower, a lower, I mean, a lower low, because low and this is lower. It should have been higher, high, higher, high, and everything. But for some reason now we have like a lower low. So lower low, not in conformity with an uptrend. So the uptrend line just marks this guys. One, two, go. So these other ones are not. So you can see now this did not form a higher high. So it doesn't make sense to fall in this category. So we feel like this trend line has been broken. So we just do a broken line for it. Now we have a new trend forming. Now this new trend originates. So we know that's a break of trend line. So we have to now draw a new trend. This new trend says it's been doing something called higher high and high. So till it got to this point again. So this is what we drew. Let's just not confuse it yet. Why am I drawing it like this? Just to check. Are we still connected? Just to see who is connected. Okay, great. We're still connected. Great. Okay, we have Calvin Dion. Brilliant. All right, so we are here. What price did now? Price drops down a level. You see, there is no longer, it's not respecting the higher low. I mean, the lows is now a lower low, and then we now started forming a new higher high, and then we now formed the lower low again, just replicating what happened here. So now, in our opinion, what we see here is that price did this. Let me show you what price did. Price did 1, 2. This is low, higher high, and broke the line. Yes, broke the line. Very important. You must know this. Broke the trend line and decided to go up again. So in this case, the actual story here is very simple. Let's just tell you what it is. This line has been broken, so you make this a broken line. Very important. You break it, make it a broken line. Dots. So we only have this trend. Now we have a new trend forming. This is the new trend. Guess what the new trend is? Let's show you. This one that is empty, that's floating. Okay, let's make it. This is the only thing we have. This one. So to get the real picture of what's happening, so in real time, I'll just draw this trend line. The trend line would have been this way. Let's just make it, let's reduce extension here. So this would have been the trend line. Okay, so we just make this. So in real time, the trend line would have been just following this up move. You see what happened? So this is what we did. But you see, there was a break. And after the break, what happened? We started having some consolidation. Very important. We broke here and we started consolidating. So to see this better, we have to go to a smaller time frame. Let's go to 4 hours. So now we see a consolidation of price, a range system where no one knows what the market is just doing. It's just doing what it got to do. But you have to now put in your head that now the market is technically in favor of a downtrend. Very important. You must put this in your mind because, in actual sense, the market though has been going up, but started losing steam. You see how many lines we've broken? We broke 1, 2, and this one has been broken. So we have in our mind that this market is most likely in a downtrend now because it's been gradually losing steam. To make things even interesting, we got a scenario where we had like 2 spikes here, 2 spikes at the top, and this spikes we are somewhat close to what we call the double top, but but we can't be setting for sure though. So we see double top here, Another one here. So this is two tops, and in this top we in between we got like a range. So we have a range. So we just put this in a range. So we can just adjust it so we see. And that's basically what we're doing. We know that we're down. We like and we're like down, down. So what do? We have a range and we are down. So we sort of expect technically might just want to expect the range to break from because we've got like double tops and for some reason we've not broken the double top, so we don't expect that this double top automatically um breaks from the top because double tops are most likely saying that we've got a resistance around this zone. Yeah, once you think like that, once you remember that, oh, double top tells me that there's a resistance around this area, what is smart to do? A smart thing to do is to draw your resistance. Very important. You can't miss that. This tells you that this area's got like a resistance, even though we don't have the line drawn, but this is the most logical thing to do. Draw your resistance along this double top. Very important. Such that when you break it, if you do break it, you're going up. But when you feel break it, what happens? You keep on ranging or you probably go down. So even though we have like a range that favors the fact that we have a bullish move from this point up, but this bullish move is not strong anymore because now we're no longer in like the actual 68. I mean the 60 series of Fibonacci. We're now around past level of Fibonacci, which is not really a good sign for an uptrend. So you see that this uptrend is no longer powerful. It was initially powerful here. It reduced, lost steam here, got to this level, couldn't break this previous high, then dropped here. So we have like a reduced steam. So we only need to get back in shape. We have to break this level. That is what tells us that we're going uptrend. So if we know that this is the level to break, what is the most ideal thing to do? Of course, you have to now draw a resistance again. You see how we coming up with pictures that didn't exist, but we're forming it down in our head that okay, for us to continue to be in the uptrend, we have to break this double top area. Very important. If we don't break it, we're still in a downtrend. So we're good to go with this diagram. Now, let's call this range. I like to call the range something different. Maybe like let's use this color. This could give us like a different picture of what's happening. Okay, so in the range. That's why we're not doing anything on V25. But because I feel like we have more favorable we favor more to the downside because we've lost so many Fibonacci levels. It's only logical to think that price would always want to complete what we have had earlier, like this. We might want to see price do okay. Let's finish the double top down this way, you know, because we had like a double top here. If you see, for some reason, we had price doing the same thing around here. You see what price did? A double top, and then it broke down. You see, double top broke down, came back here to retest this place, double top. We expect it to come down. That's what we expect. But you can't always tell what price would do, yeah? So all you're doing is okay, possibilities exist, what price could do and everything. So your concern is not this for now. But it makes more sense. Stands to reason. If price does this, what do we expect? We expect obviously to have formed something called, guess what it's forming? Let me show you. Okay, just to show if we still connected. Okay, brilliant. Okay, we have open here. So, and guess what happens? So if we decide to break this region, because technically what price could do is calm down here, and then what will happen is that we would have formed something called, let me show you what it is that would have formed. I guess you know already, but you don't know. This is what would have formed. We will be forming this structure here. So this will be the new structure formed. So if price decides to come down, would have formed like a head and shoulder, which will make us want to go down even more, telling us that we're just in the downtrend, even though we didn't have the previous data. Do you understand? So you see how we think, how we analyzing that, okay, possibilities exist that possibly we're still in a downtrend. So if that's the case, if we do come down, break this level, we have V25 going as far as where? Let's see. As far as which place? We could go as far as this level, back to the green zone. And it's from the green zone, we can now go back up. So if we go back up from the green zone, guess what's happening? Let's see. When last time we had the green zone, what happened? Let's go to 8 hours. Let's see what happened when we were at the green zone, 25. So when we were at the green zone, guess what we did? We went back up, went very high. So in this case, we're likely going to do like a double bottom, which will make us go up. So the ultimate move of V25 is to come back here and balance this green zone. Someone is relatively very bold. Most times they be like, should going for a short position to come down here because V25 wants to balance itself. That is a scenario, but it could all play out differently because we're in a range. We can't just jump in for a sell like that. Yeah. But this is a scenario, very good scenario that makes more sense because things are all adding up. Our take profit lands us back at the green zone. And stands to reason we've been trending sort of in a way, we've lost steam. We're going up, but we've lost steam. So we look like we're going to form like a head and shoulder. And head and shoulder, take profit lands us to the green zone. Very smart option to think. But you can't just think logically all the time in Forex. You got to wait for the market to give you the sign. That is why we are waiting. So the wait for us will be the formation of an actual break of the neck region here. So we have a neck region that is yet to be broken, which is this level. If we break this level, that automatically confirms our double top. So we go for a sell down. So take profit here will be double top. An actual sense. We don't just see double top when we analyze the Figo. We see something called the Figo bearish arc. So that's what we see here. If it breaks, because people who trade double top will only see this picture. They'll only see, oh, head to neck. Yes, head to neck. And then what happens? The head to neck takes them to this as a take profit. And they forget that there's another, that it can still go down to this level. But they don't know why it's going to go down to this level. So what takes you down to this level is something called the Figo bearish arc. It takes you to 100% moment you are in a downtrend. You stop at the 50% if you are in an uptrend. So because if it decides to go down, it tells us that we're likely in an downtrend. So we will go for 100% of the down move. So the Figo bearish arc is what I'm drawing. So the Figo bearish arc tells me that price would most likely come back to 100% of the originating price region. So this tells me where price will go. It's telling me that price will come back to this region. You can see the area. Whenever price breaks this arc downwards, we expect that price will come back to this region. Now, this is no guesswork. This is just, it's no magic. It's just an invention. This is what we call, we try our best to innovate over time things that really makes more sense as beyond what everybody be thinking. So the pattern goes beyond just the doubled head. I mean, the double top people be talking about. This is now something called the Figo bearish arc that tells us where the take profit would end. You see here, automatically matching the zones. That automatically gives you like a new support area. And what that support area be like? Let's draw it. Very important. Somewhere here. Yes. Break it. By mistake, break it. We will retest and then further because we then would have formed something called the head and shoulder. So we good? We good. That's basically it. So Now, should we continue to go up, which of course is also likely, we have to break this vision. And for us to stay in the uptrend, we must break this zone. So this is the marking for us, V25. Beautiful. So all great. So now if you just join in for the first time, mutual respect. You can also suggest, because it's a live session, I just don't want to teach only things that I analyze. I like to have people tell me what you want to do. This is like an opportunity for people to say, okay, I want you to do this for me. Tell me which one. Just say what you need to do. Just leave it in the comment box, and I would probably look at what you're doing and what you're requesting for. So if you got like a special request, just tell me which chart you want me to check for you, and I'll check it for you in real time and tell you what's happening. It's one of the offers I like to give people who subscribe to the channel. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so talking about chart, basically it's quite very straightforward what happens in real time on all these charts. The most important thing is basically, talking about what you want to achieve when you're trying to analyze. You must have like a clear mind, be neutral, don't go picking things that don't make sense. Yeah. You got to be like objective, not subjective, yeah. So that's basically what it says. Be open-minded, and the inspiration will come to you real quick. So you got a special offer you can request. In the meantime, I just would do one more, and then that we're good to go. So the one more I'm just going to do real quickly here is V75 is a common one. So I just do V75 here. 75. Okay. All right. So V75, what do we have here? A clear downtrend. We've been downtrending for a long. So no long stories, just downtrending. I don't need to draw those lines. People be drawing every time. Very straightforward. Downtrending line. So I just go trend line, beautiful trend line here, and then let it go down. You can see I've touched this too. I'm good to go. So this is a pure downtrend. You can extend it. Like extend this downtrend down. Okay, beautiful. So that's the downtrend. It's not been broken, so we'll keep it solid line. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So, but how far is this trend going to be? So we just got to find out. What do we do? What was the previous area, the previous pattern that was broken? We have this. Let's see what's happening here earlier. Just do a little bit back movement and see. So we had like some sort of ranging around this place. So we got like triple top, I believe. Yep, triple top or double top. I think it's more like a triple top. So just extend it real quick here. So what am I seeing? So what I'm seeing is quite simple. I'm seeing this top here. I'm also seeing another top here. And then I'm also seeing this top. So ultimately, I've got triple top in my mind. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I just do my take profit from the average. The average take profit says I'm just going to do like from here. Yep. To the neck. The neck is most likely this one here. Okay. So we'll break out from here. And there we go. This is our approximate take profit area around the 126K. So we expect the price comes down to this place. So we just, but it's an approximate area. So just do like this, the approximate zone on this area. So this is what you think would happen for V75. At least price should get to this zone. That's basically it. Simple as that. No long story. No hot shit. Straightforward. Maybe you're not sure. You want to still confirm other things. You could do like this. You could do this one. You could do this. Now this gives you a clean break, and then we say the take profit is from here to here. So we say take profit from the breakout should have been here, and we arriving at the same zone. Here we have almost the same zone. Here it's like an area of possible take profits. So it's not wrong to think of take profits as around 130k or to 127k, 26k. So you see, take profit is like a range. So we expect the price would reverse from this range because it's done. So it should have been done. So how does it reverse? So the next question you're asking, how does it reverse? So it's probably going to reverse with like obviously it's going to reverse with an inverse head and shoulder because it broke out with uh sort of head and shoulder, but in this case it's the diamond reversal pattern or Figo bearish arc swaps. So we will have a Figo bullish arc reversing and giving us like a clear movements going up. So for now we're still going down for um the volatility 705. Hope this makes more sense. This is technical analysis at its best. For more information, you need to know quite a number of things and you're probably not sure. Feel free to reach out on our website, figotrader.com. And don't forget to subscribe, smart subscribe button, and turn on the notification on this channel to get more important updates. And this is raw technical analysis at its peak. Obviously, one of those people be scared of synthetics. They be like, "Oh, it's still volatile. It's still this. It's still that," because they don't understand how it works. So it's volatile, but you got to be very creative to understand the interpretation. Thank you very much for tuning in. Just every night from Figo Trader. Cheers.